remember the day when I first looked at a Gregorian chant book. I had never heard of this music before. I was in high school. I was in a music program, and we had a library with a lot of old albums, LPs, and lots of old books. And so I was just nosing around, looking at this and that, and I found this black book. It said Graduale Romanum. I pulled it off the shelf, I started flipping through it, and I saw these strange square notes and lines and squiggles and dashes, and I had no idea what it was. It didn't look like any music I'd ever seen before. But it did look like music. So I went to my music teacher and I said, Mr. Horton, what is this? And he said, oh, well, that's a Gregorian chant book. Well, I said, well, what's Gregorian chant? He said, well, it's this Latin sacred music that, used to be used a lot. And I said, could I borrow this book? He said, oh yeah, just go ahead and take it. Nobody's using it right now. And so I took it home with me, and I eventually went to a record shop and I bought a couple of recordings of Gregorian chant CDs. And I looked up in the index exactly where the pieces were in the book that were on the recording. And just by listening over and over again, I taught myself how to read the Gregorian chant. But still, it wasn't something I'd encountered in the Mass or in the liturgy until a few years later when I attended a Mass and I heard everybody chanting the Creed in Latin. Credo in unum Deum, Patrem omnipotentem. And hearing this whole congregation singing the Creed together as one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church, that's when I realized emotionally, not just intellectually, this is the music of the Roman Catholic Church. And of course, from that was many years ago. Since then, I've been directing scholas of chant, and I've been sharing my love, my passion for Gregorian chant with many audiences around the world and with many congregations. And the reaction is always the same. This is the music of the Catholic Church.